Funky Friday, baby. What's up? It's Funky Friday on the Peace of the Morning Show. That's right. We got our main man in the building, DJ5Starr. What's up, 5Star? Oh, that's right. Hey, we got the general in the house. We got another general in the house this morning. Boy, this brother right here. Oh man, you see him over there, Rob Hall, but he's a man of many. You know that Stevie Wonder song, I'm a man of many bitches. This brother right here, oh man. Hey man, we're so excited to have the Hall Street Journal, the Hall Group from Utica, New York, Howard University, Bison, author, aviator, Army paratrooper, musician, entrepreneur, business development consultant, editor-in-chief of the Hall Street Journal. Need more? Let me give you a little bit more. The Renaissance man, Mr. Rob Hall. What's up, Rob?
What's going on, sir? How you doing? I appreciate you for having me on the show.
Brother, enjoy it, man. We're going to have a good time. Funky Friday. And I'm going to let you introduce our other brother. We're going to bring him on just so we can get it cranking and people get in the building. I met this brother the other night. They invited me on their IG, and you see we connected right away and jumped right back together. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, but we pray not the last, Worldwide Worthy. What up, Worldwide?
Hey, what's going on, brother? How you doing, brother? How's everything?
Hey, man, it's Funky Friday, baby. We cranking it live and direct on the Peace of the Morning Show with DJ5Star and your homeboy, Hall Street Journal. Hey, we're going to funk it up a little bit with DJ5Star, and then when we come back, we're going to let Hall Street introduce you like I introduced him. We're going to pass the mic and give them what they like. Hey, Five, take it away. It's Funky Friday, baby.
Good morning, Queen. How you doing, Bianca?
DJ5Star. Sound vision. Somebody might gotta mute. I just want you to be great. I just want you to be great. I just want you to be great. Dr. Holmes, I see you in the check-in.
You never see me. No, I'm working, I'm great, I'm trying.
Another day rises to greet us. People, places, and things that tried to delete us couldn't beat us, couldn't be us. Now they see us. I am not the twinkle on the brand new bright link. I am the light shining when the night gets frightening. The truth is shock value, get your life on right swing, and I ain't no saint. I met Jesus at the pulpit, found God in self, decided not to forfeit. From life done right, done wrong, apologize. Done things that made it so hard to smile inside. I know you're going through it, trust me, I know. We all coming from a memory, it's helping you grow. So get your back up, head high, shoulder square, get them squares out your circle love until it overbears hate. Only you can get yourself into a better place. I want you to be great.
I want you to be great. I want you to be great like DJ5Starr. I want you to be great like Rob Hall. I want you to be great like Worldwide Worthy. I want you to be great like King Darius A. Stanton. I want you to be great. What's up, y'all? This is the Peace in the Morning Show. This is Darius A. Stanton. We are live with Funky Friday on the Peace in the Morning Show. I got DJ5Starr in the building. I got my main man Rob Hall of the Hall Street Journal in the building. And my new brother, Damian Worthy, the Worldwide Worthy. Hey, these brothers are powerful. Today, we are talking about how to create a natural force field. How to create a natural force field. So right off the bat, you see the energy behind 5-Star. You see the atoms. You see the nuclear. That's what we're made of, right? So we are cosmic beings by nature, right? So off the bat, there's a natural energy inside of us that we exude all the time. The difference is how strong is our force field. And the force field is not going to come from anything outside of us that is not natural. So if it is not natural, it is not contributing to our force field. Case in point, the sun shines 24/7, 365 days a year, even on a leap year, right? Which, by the way, this February, did you know? Did you know about February? So next week, we're going to talk about the month of February and its distinction in we'll never see another February like this in our lifetime. 4 fours of everything in February. But back to the force field. The sun is so powerful, right? The sun exudes so much energy. You need to make sure that we are plugging into all of those natural life and life-producing forces, including our ancestors, that helps to protect and create that boundary for us. So in order to do that, we're going to talk about it from a spiritual perspective. We're going to talk about it from a physical perspective. And we're going to talk about a financial perspective, because that's a whole nother type of force field that we're working on building. So, hey, Worldwide, man, what's up, brother? Good to have you on the show this morning. Welcome to the Peace of the Morning Show, King.
It's great to be here, brother. It's great to be here.
No doubt. I want to make sure we do it properly, because we gave Rob Hall a dynamic introduction, which he deserves. Man, look, I met this brother about 5 years ago, almost 5 years, in another studio. He and his older brother, rest in peace, were doing a show together, and they came in right behind ours. We did the 9 o'clock hour. They did the 10 o'clock hour, and also, Big Bubba Grimes was our producer. Rest in peace to Bubba Grimes. Bubba was the one who said, man, you need to go every day. So, we might need to come back and do this Piece of the Morning every single day. We'll see. But look, Rob, go ahead and introduce Worldwide Worthy, man. Let the people know who he is.
It's who he is right here today. He's worldwide. He's got a perspective that's global. He's a go-getter. He's a veteran. I'm always, that brother you talked about, Mr. Status. Comrades in Arms, formerly, and now we comrades in arms out here in this world, trying to get out here and make a difference. So, Worthy has got a voice. He's got a massive following, but the people who follow him are looking for the not just the style, but also the substance. So he's a man of substance, and I think you're going to find that out while we rock for a little while this morning.
And I appreciate that, Rob. I appreciate that, man. And I'm like you, and DJ5Starr and Brother Stanton. I just want everybody to be great. I love that song, man.
Oh, you muted.
It's a little bit echo in your background, Worthy. So it might be turn it down a little bit or shift the gear, and see how we can work it out. But we're gonna make it work. It's live, it's energy. That's what it is. So
how's that work? How's that sound? That's good?
Man, it's all right.
All right. Yeah, so like I said, I'm grateful for the opportunity. I'm happy to be here with you. I'm glad we had a very, very, very great interaction the other night on the live. You came on the Hall Street Journal, and I had a lot of people, so the brother was deep. There was a lot of substance. And we let you go, man. We was like, you was going for it, man. You was putting it out there. And it was exciting. I seen the viewership go up. So, and I had people asking and inquire. So we mentioned, we fed your page, the other people's page, and just share. We just want everybody to be great, everybody to win in all aspects. And I like what you guys were saying about, the force field around you. And we're coming from that perspective of your energy, the energy you allow in, and your financials, can definitely help control that, the strength of that force field.
No doubt, man. We have to create that opportunity where we link up. And I was so appreciative that you all gave us the opportunity to jump on and be a part of the Hall Street Journal. Y'all just invited people in. It's so important today that we share the mic and share the stage, with one another and not get caught up in our egos and worried about somebody outshining us or somebody taking, all of that, and not understanding that, if you do well, I do well, our community does well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that simple. And so, we want to make sure that we continue to push each other, push people, love people, help people. Mm-hmm. And today we're gonna circle this force field, to make sure that we push that out there real quick, just so people know. Let them know how they can contact and reach you worldwide, whether on your social media handles or any other websites that you want people to be aware of.
So my Instagram is on worldwide worthy _ That's on Instagram. I've got worldwideworthy.com and worldwideworthy.io. And then I also have my Twitter is worldwideworthy, and my Facebook is worldwideworthy. So you can reach me anywhere worldwideworthy. You look it up, you're gonna see somebody will connect to me. But probably a lot of people right now just going to Instagram Lives. I'm also in the process of working with developing the PDFs and YouTubes, to help promote more education for people as far as cryptocurrencies and blockchain and different types of technologies and sectors and just things, current events and things that's happening.
Got it.
And also, you can always catch me on the Rob Hall show.
Right.
Rob Hall's page, the Hall Street Journal.
Hey, Rob. So thank you, Worldwide Worthy. So Rob, how can folks connect with you, Rob?
Hall Street Journal. We'll talk in the building. Hall Street Journal. That's everywhere. Hall Street Journal is we're there to educate, edify, enlighten, and entertain, and we focus on the whole person. That's why we have broad-based conversations. Not just money and finance, faith, spirituality, health and fitness, just different aspects of our being. So the journal is really about upliftment. So yeah, Hall Street Journal. Check us out on all the platforms.
Man. Just like that. That'll work.
Yeah.
So next thing is let's get into the spiritual
force fields.
Let's get into that. So we all grew up watching superheroes, and the force field was out there. You had the spaceships, Battleship Galactica, all the things we watched with force fields, and then they put up these force fields, and the force fields will protect them from anything, banging on them, shooting on them, attacking them, crashing into them, asteroids, you name it. And I think that in the midst of what's going on today in the world, and I got to put it out there because it's on my heart. I see so many people especially people of faith, regardless of the religion, that have really turned away from the spirituality, and they've gone whole hog on religion, whole hog on people that are producing what's being called science for your good, and really abandoning, like, no insertion of the most important force field, which is the spiritual force field, like nothing. I'm going to pastors' pages, and I'm seeing them like constantly encouraging them to run and get 1, 2, not 1, 2, 3, but multiple boosters of for your flu, for COVID, for all these different things. And the question is, where is our spiritual force field, and where is the insertion and the direction to really focus on our spiritual lives and allow that to be what carries us? Because it's the spirit that moves and protects us, regardless of whom or what. It's the spirit that tells you to, I think I better move. And then you move out the way, and next thing you know, something come down the street and it could have took you out. Or you in a situation and you just, knowledge just speak to you, something just, your gut, the intuition tells you to move. That's the spirit moving in you to really direct your steps. And when we are not in connection with that, we're not supporting that, we're not, feeding that spirit, then that force field, diminishes. And, if you think about how cells work, cellular structure, and what happens in the cell structure, the cell wall can be oh so thin, or it can be, much thicker, which makes it that much difficult for things to be able to, external elements to be able to enter into the cell walls. But if the cell wall is very, very thin, then, it's much easier for things to penetrate that cellular structure, and the same thing applies with regards to, our spirit. And so, I want us to, really tap into that. Rob, when we started the show, we talked about having how that had you really, your mind churning. What's your perspective, man? You deal with finance and focus on, helping people to move in all of those realms through the Hall Street Journal. Talk to us about, the importance of that spiritual force field and how that transcends also into that financial force field.
Well, there's different aspects to that, right? So if you just looked at it straight on the financial side, I think when you talk about a lot of our folks have read Rich Dad Poor Dad, and Robert Kiyosaki wrote a book about, and he talked about something called a doodad, and a doodad essentially being basically things that are financial distractions, things that don't move us forward in the goal to become wealthy. And I think the objective of creating wealth is essentially about creating freedom. You create freedom to, enjoy your life and be a blessing to your family and your community. So what allows us to create wealth is just simply a formula. And so I would consider that the force field. It's the formula for wealth. And that is passive income is greater than or equal to expenses. If that is the guiding principle, that becomes a force field, because it allows you to block out all of the things that are ancillary to that, not even ancillary, are on the outside of that, right? That are not germane to that objective, not that don't drive you forward in that goal. So I would say, if someone asked me, what's a financial force field? It is the formula for wealth, and keeping that in the foreground of your thoughts. And that means, how do I acquire assets that will produce income that will sustain my chosen lifestyle? And if it's not moving that forward, then you block it out, you separate it, you put it in its proper place. When it comes to the spirituality in general, and having that force field, that's a whole different type of thing. It's not mathematical. It's not formulaic. It is spirit and connection on a different level, and it is hearing that voice. You know, I'm a Christian, so Jesus told the disciples that he would send a comforter. Which is Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. Well, that connection to that voice, I think, is central to having a force field that is leading and guiding you and ordering your steps.
The intersection between that spiritual force field and that financial force field really, based on what you're saying, it really creates, it's really one and the same, right? There's not a separation in that. We were on your IG the other night. We talked about it being, the source, and people, often and now, you see the little icons and the memes that people chasing the bag. I'm running after the bag, and they showing bags, the various bags and designer bags, to go along with that. But the energy that we really focused on needs to be the internal energy, the source, and, from your vantage point, brother, worldwide, talk to us, how you see it and you move your energy. I noticed, when I went through your IG page that you are truly worldwide aware, worldwide worthy, all over the world, like ourselves, love the beach, love the water, just being in different spaces. What is it that allows you to create that natural force field for yourself and to be able to walk in your truth and your light?
Well, first things first is how's it sound? Was it echoing again or no? We good?
No, it's perfect.
Okay, so first thing, I walk by faith and not by sight. Okay, I put my faith. I believe in, manifesting. I believe in, you get out of life what you put back into it. You get what you put into people back out. Karma is real. So for me, there's times when I might need to fast and think on things and just get into it myself. I spend time by myself. I lock in and I build with myself, and I ask the universe, if it's for me, God, if it's for me, the universe is for me, show it to me. I don't put a lot of faith in men. I travel to experience culture, to see how other people are making it, how other people are getting through, to also give me appreciation of what I have here in these United States. I also find that there's power in the tongue and power in the mind. So as a man thinketh, as he speaks, so he will develop into this world. And there's the spiritual world and there's the physical world. And the way that I approach things is more so is from perspective. I'm going to speak this into existence. People spend a lot of time saying money's the root of all evil. Money can't buy you happiness. So are you speaking money? Are you trying to attract money? Is that going to attract money? If you said it about the opposite sex, somebody of interest, something. I mean, college isn't going to do this for you. This isn't. You're literally putting up roadblocks, and you're taking it out of your spiritual. You're not attracting that spiritually. You're pushing it out. Money's the root of all evil, and this is something that that we've done societally. Generations after generation, and speak these things. You tell a child, you're bad. Well, what's the kid going to grow up eventually and think? I'm bad. I need to be bad. This is who I am. So we need to start speaking these things into one another, speaking these things into existence. So we on here, we're talking about crypto, we're talking about assets, we're talking about paying attention to current events, being alert about what's happening right now in front of us in the world. It's happening. So speaking to us, yes, you can do this. Yes, you can understand. I had to start somewhere. We all had to start somewhere to learn. But as Rob likes to say all the time, the journey of 1,000 miles started with one step. You got to get your feet in the water. You dip your toe in the water. Get a little wet. To put the toe in, put the foot in, and just start the journey. But if you speak down on it and on yourself, and you're putting that into your spirit, you're digesting that daily, weekly, monthly, in your relationships, in any aspects of your life, not just finance, then you're killing your spirit. You're killing the force field that you're trying to build up and strengthen. How can you strengthen something if you're consistently bringing it down? So that's what I try to do, and I practice this, going different places around the world And interacting, I always ask when I go somewhere, I say, where is the worst areas, the worst neighborhoods, and where I'm at? And I ask somebody, hey, what's the best time to go and go there and experience this?
You say you want to know where's the worst hood in your neighborhood. I want to
in your country, in this part of the country, where's the worst neighborhood? And I document it. Right now I'm sitting in Newark, New Jersey. I came out here. I don't know this area where I'm at right now. I came and met with my cousin. We're talking finance, young brother right here. Crypto Kevin.
Crypto Kev.
25 years young and strong in this game. Okay.
Absolutely.
We over here working right now. We've been out here since what, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Absolutely.
At this diner right here. Just working, and and speaking and trading information, trading and learning and grabbing. How do you grab a hold of that? Speaking it into existence, working on different things, and that's what it's about. Just like you're connecting us, we're connecting people, and we're pulling this together. But it starts there. I'm in Newark. I'm in a neighborhood I've never been in before. It was a fight. Guy tried to stab a guy right in the restaurant. It was crazy. And we just looking at the energy. Be like, let's keep doing what we're doing. But you see the energy. You see the guy had a brace. He's already been fighting within the last week or two. You just look at these things. But when I go in a global place, when I go to other countries, I say I want to see, because I want to see how they live, and I want to talk to the people. I've seen some of the worst levels of poverty. And being in the military too, I've been deployed. I was deployed to Afghanistan. I've been in that. I worked my way up. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from the Coney Island, Brooklyn. I worked my way up, and I progressed. There's always a starting point. I say this all the time to people. We all have to start somewhere. I said this the other night. If you're in the streets, you start at that point in the streets. You work your way up. If you're in the military, you start as a private or whatever that E1 position is. You work your way up. If you're in college, you start as a freshman. You work your way up. If you're in corporate America, entry level position. You mailroom, you work your way up. People are
in the mailroom like Pookie, huh? Work your way on up.
People are always trying to find a shortcut. You don't have to take a shortcut. You can put in the work. You can speak it into existence. You can trust. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, I'm so sorry not to interrupt, but
sorry, man.
I always heard this quote and I never forget it. It said the only shortcut you have in business is to start early. That's the only shortcut there is.
So again,
you heard that from the young brother.
You got to bet on yourself. You got to bet on yourself, and it starts there. For me, it starts there. It starts with me. It starts with my belief system. What am I speaking into the world? Because that's going to affect the spiritual. Mm-hmm. What am I breathing into other people? Mm-hmm. I'm not looking. I'm not transactional. Uh-huh. I'm not transactional. I don't do things saying if I do this for you, I expect this in return. I do it because that's what I want to do. Because I know that my blessings are going to come, whether it comes from you, from somewhere else, it's going to be given back to me. And that's good in my spirit. That's good in my soul. And I let people be who they are. You understand? That strength is my force field. Sorry, brother.
No, brother. You good. That's what it's all about, man. It's at 5. It sounds like this brother been on the show since day one, doesn't it?
Put some respect on my name.
I'm sorry, man. I'm passionate about.
So 2 words. So this week, my mother told me, real when you're living right, when you got real men in your life, right? And the other thing that my family taught me was that, if they really your friends pull you up. So 2 words, real quick. 3 things. 1, I love the fact that you acknowledged that words have power, and that's part of your force field. Because that's part of your belief system. You got to believe in yourself. You got to push those positive words, those words that you want to see. You can't keep asking for something that you don't want. You want to stop domestic violence, but you got a big sign that say domestic violence. So we started something called Men for Domestic Peace because we want to see that in the home and that in the community. The second thing is you're not trying, brother. You are doing. And you're definitely not sorry. You might apologize, but you're not sorry. So just words, we call them throwing out the window. But keep it moving, man. This is the Peace in the Morning show. It's Funky Friday. We got about 22 more minutes before we wrap it on up. So we're going to funk it up just a little bit because it's Funky Friday. We see all the people in the building. Phyllis Curry Spencer, Josephine Brown, Todd King. What's up in the Maynard building? Thank y'all for joining us. It's Funky Friday. We got Rob Hall, Damien in the house, Worthy. Yeah, we're going to take it to the next level right here on the Peace in the Morning show. Funk it up 5, 1 time. Yeah, that's right. Hey, we just so happen to be in the DMV, but you know, in the DMV we crank something called that G-O, right? And one of my favorite bands, Trouble Funk in the building, baby. That's right. Let's get small. I'm working on it. I just did that. But I figured out that PX90, P90X. I was twisted this morning coming off that joint. Eyes red, sweating it out, getting it out. That's right. I got to tighten it up.
Now, what you gonna do? Do you want to get up, y'all? Now, what you gonna do? You have to take the hot dog. Now, what you gonna do? Say what? Hey, something like that, man.
Hiya. Yo, what you gonna do with 22? Come on, y'all. Let's get large. That's right. Let's get large. Oh, dude. Let's get large. Let's get small. Let's get slim. Let's get wealthy. Let's get healthy. Let's get wide. Let's get smart. Yeah, once you get started, it's hard for you to stop. Come on now.
Some people say that they're supposed to feel this kind of groove.
Say what?
But it's something in that music that makes you go move.
Yo. Woo! Hey, look, I keep on going all night long on that. It's Funky Friday, baby, on the Piece of the Morning Show with my main man, DJ5Starr. Right there, let's get small, of course. You know they gotta be pumped. Say what? Oh, let's get whole. Say what? Yeah.
You wanna get up, y'all? Now what you gonna do? Do you wanna get down? Now what you gonna do? You got to take it higher.
Man, what you gonna do?
Say what?
Oh. Yeah, that's right. Bring it on down 5. It's Funky Friday, baby. Woo! Oh, man. Hey, let's give it up for DJ5Starr on the 1-2s, y'all. Give it up for DJ5Starr, baby. Queen Vanita Townsend, let's make it funky now. What's up, my brother? Loose Nails in the house. PEentertainment.com. Check them out for your production needs. The brothers on a whole nother level. Hey, welcome forward to the Piece of the Morning Show. This is Darius A. Stanton. It's Funky Friday with DJ5Starr. That's right. And our good brothers in the house joining us today, Mr. Rob Hall of the Hall Street Journal, and also none other than the worldwide worthy, Mr. Damian Worthy. Hey, brothers, it's great to have y'all, man.
Great to be here. Great to be here.
Hey, I see it right on the tip of your tongue. Go ahead and share with us all.
Go ahead and do what now?
I saw it on the tip of your tongue, so I said, you want to go ahead and spit something. You had something you want to share with us?
No, man, I just appreciate, I appreciate being on the show. My man, Worldwide Worthy, killing it with the energy today. breaking it down. I mean, I was moved myself. He was absolutely on point. The young king that's with him, absolutely on point. The best time to start. The only shortcut is to get started early, and that's what's up. I wanted to make sure I jumped on it and just gave respect to you, DJ5Starr. I know I'm doing something wrong when I don't have a DJ on my show. That's what I learned this morning. You ain't got a DJ on your show. A high caliber professional DJ. You doing something wrong. So
it's no question, man. Brother's an audio engineer for sure. He happens to be an electrical engineer from Morgan State University with an MBA from Morgan. And on top of that, man, A5. So share your perspective. Oh, he got the
Yeah, I was
he got the HBCUs in the house. I know that's right.
Right.
Representing the Lincoln University, loud and clear. That's right, getting all up in your ear. A5, give us your perspective, man, on the energy, man, the force field. And, we heard our brother talk about how powerful words are. And I really want us to understand that, the brother, and make no mistake, I'm only doing this in the context. I would never, disrespect any of our guests or our speakers, because that's not what we do. Even people that we don't necessarily appreciate and respect. We don't spend time talking about them. We don't spend time dealing with them. But the brother, he didn't kill it. He gave life to it, right? So the words have power. 5, though, share with us, brother, from your vantage point. Give us, your energy and your force field, what allows you to create that force field in your life, and especially coming out of that engineering space. Talk to us from that scientific perspective.
Well, they say your vibe attracts your tribe. And you talk about it all the time that love people, hurt people. And so when you speak words into existence, when you think it, it becomes conscious. If you surround yourself around it, it's in your unconscious conscious. So even if you just listening to trap music all day, every day, all your brain is really subconsciously hearing is negative energy. And that's what you're going to speak, and that's what you're going to manifest. And so everything that you do makes up who you are. Your trauma that you've been through, the what you watch on television, the books you read, the relationships you have around you. If you got 5 friends and all of them not doing nothing but sitting down and talking negative, guess what? You're going to be the 6th person talking negative. If you want to get to that next level, then you want to surround yourself around people going to that next level. Again, your vibe attracts your tribe. You want to make sure that you can bring that energy. I'm a Pisces, so I lead into energy, and my background is in electrical engineering. So we talked about electromagnetics. We had a digital logic class. We learned AND gates and OR gates. We learned with the way current moves in the path of least resistance. So when I went and got my MBA, guess how I'm designing my business model to go in the path of least resistance. We have a product that teaches young people how to DJ using math principles. It don't exist nowhere else. So if someone don't like it, I go to the path of least resistance, just like electricity. To me, it's all about your experiences, your trauma. Try to remove trauma from your life. Try to remove trauma from your children's life. Try to watch what they're listening to. Try to pay attention to what they're being surrounded by, because all of that makes up who you are, and all of that manifests into whatever goal you may have or whatever challenge you may have that you either can or cannot overcome based on your thinking. It's all about your mindset. I was awarded the privilege to serve as the Greater Baltimore Black Chamber of Commerce president now for about 5 years, and they just sent me to the United States Chamber of Commerce conference, which is basically a school that will add some more letters behind my MBA. And one of those classes was talking about diversity, equity, and inclusion. Another class was talking about organizational behavior, and it really was your mindset. When you say negative things, you get a negative response. And there's so many ways to express your ideas and your thoughts without making the person listening to it become on the defensive and turn into that person that you now have an argument with. You got to learn that your energy, your body language, the tone of how you say things, all manifest into this certain energy and force field that can either attract what you're putting out, and as it always does, or you're going to attract something you didn't mean to attract to yourself by not paying attention and not being intentional on how you're delivering that message. That force field is powerful. So thank you for that moment.
Whoo, good God. Hey, look, I put in early on, I sent it out last night when we were, setting this up, how powerful, these brothers are. And, we got a lot of powerful people that's tuning in, that's plugging in right now. I want us just to understand that we really have to spend a great deal of energy connecting with people that are like-minded, and even in the difficulty of it, right? Things might not work out so easily. It might not be that much, but you want to be able to continue to push through. You got to keep pushing. We have to, I don't want to use the word CAN''T. We have to keep pushing and let it flow, right? That's the other thing. We got to be able to let it flow. And when I hear Five talk about the importance of electromagnetic energy and how that force field that we have naturally, exudes and will protect us, that's also your tribe, because picture having people who have high energy and high spirit around you. There's already a natural force field that you're walking with. So no matter which way you turn, no matter which way you walk, you covered. You covered. The brother's talking about being out there in Newark, New Jersey. Anybody been to Newark, the Newark train station, when you get a chance, go by there. If you go by that Newark train, that joint is no joke, Slim. That joint is no joke, okay?
I'm going back to the city.
You know what I'm saying? That joint is no joke. But taking that spirit and that energy, the universe will put you in places in a total amount of negativity just for you to bring that spirit into that space and break that up, and that's what you have to be able to do when you trust it. So I'm not telling people what to do as it applies to their medical life, but I am going to tell you what to do in terms of pulling and attracting good energy that is going to protect you. Use yourself as your number one form of defense, because God is inside of us, and that is the energy that we want to exude. All the other things, if it's not natural, what else is it? Because guess what? Without a cell phone, without a computer, without any of these gadgets, without a car, the sun still shines. The trees are still going to grow. It's still going to rain. My point is, nature is constant. It's an unmatched provider. So anything that you want to tie to, make sure that it's tied to nature. You need to be reading the labels. So let's talk about it from a physical perspective. You must be able to really focus on the words that you're putting into your body. If you can't spell it, you need to look it up. You need to go find out what is red number 4, blue number 5, yellow number 6. What does that do to the body? What am I feeding my children? I want to keep my family healthy and safe, but I'm still eating high fructose corn syrup. But I'm still buying my children French fries from a fast food place that if you leave them in the side of the car, they never mold. So, we talk on one side of our neck about what we want to be done, but somebody else has to tell you to do things for your own health and your body for you to be healthy and strong. You hear? So when it comes to the physical, we really have to work. They talk about taking care of the temple. We have to we got to work out so we can excrete them toxins out the body. When you excrete those toxins out the body, you're excreting that nervous energy, that fearful energy, that anxiety that people have, that bubble that makes them, ball up in a knot and not know what to do and confused, and that lack of self-confidence. You Part of the reason why, boxers work out to the extent that they do is they're getting that fear out of their body. They're getting that, all of it is chemical neutrons that are sending messages to the body, and you can control that based on how you move your body. So it's so important that we connect the spiritual, the financial, the physical, all of those things, the emotional, tie it all together and letting it flow. But surround yourself with people that are going to promote. You heard the brother say, there's no way you can keep watching shows on television and music on your podcast, or anywhere else that is saying F you, buck this mother, that's tearing women down, women still calling each other female dogs. A bitch is a female dog. It is nothing wrong with a bitch. It is a female dog. Let it be what it is. And call your sisters what they need to be. Call them queens. Call them princesses to the babies. Like the brother said, we cannot continue to push words out there that do not represent what we want to see come back, because we look crazy calling our child a little devil and not understanding why the principal's calling you, telling your child just cuss somebody out.
Another one.
At some juncture, we have to look at, what it is that we're doing to get different results, change our behavior. So what I like to do in this last 14 minutes, I want to take people on it because, it's one thing when we talk about what not to do, but now I want to share what to do. Now I want you to take time out. We're going to give a quick little commercial break to one of our sponsors. We want to make sure that you are a positive news network that's out here in the community doing great things. But I want you, when you come back, make sure you share this part, right? Because these brothers are going to, if you don't know and understand, they're going to make it real simple. Hey, look, I still got my notes from the other night. Okay, I got my notebook right here. Look, they invited me on their platform and I'm taking notes. You know what I'm saying? So you need to, when you come to the Peace in the Morning show, bring your towel so you can sweat. Okay, because DJ5 will make it funky, and then bring your pad and your pen so you can get the information. Teach your children how to do homework and research. When we come forward, they're going to break it down for you so that you can understand this whole cryptocurrency, blockchain, how to get in the game, and how to be able to make money for yourself and your family and create that financial force field. When we come back to the Peace in the Morning show with DJ5Starr.
Good morning, Ms. White. See you on the check-in.
Yeah.
Mr. Cruz.
Okay, it's time to grind. Actually, it's time to whine. We don't have to grind. We're going to go ahead and whine. Wind it up. Wind it up. Haul. Say what now? Wind it up. Haul. I'll give it to me now. Wind it up. Haul. Say what now? Wind it up. Haul. So, Haul, give it to us, man. Let us know what the deal is in terms of, cryptocurrency. Some people are concerned about getting into it. They don't know what it's about. They don't trust it. There are 3 points to getting into this business. I hope you shared it. I hope you got your pens out. If not, get your pen out and share it later. Hall, it's on you, brother.
All right, so cryptocurrency. It's much like the money that we see all of our banking back in the day. When I was a kid, all the money was cash and people used paper checks and stuff like that. And then eventually we started going to what? The credit cards. We start looking at other, now we're going to cash out, digital than paper. And this is just really the next echelon. It's going from paper to digital, but that digital was inside the system. Now we're talking about the recreation of the entire banking system on a platform that's not controlled by a government, not controlled by a company, not controlled by some central bank, some politicians making decisions, manipulating the situation. If anything, I believe that crypto is the most trustworthy fundamental form of capital in the history of mankind because it doesn't care who you are, if you're black, you're white, if you're the president or the prisoner. It doesn't matter. Crypto does not discriminate. Okay, it can't discriminate. It doesn't close, like the bank does. There's no holidays for the blockchain. You know what I mean? So I think crypto is clearly a revolutionary technology. You absolutely should get involved. You should take advantage, and I understand people being afraid, but it's natural to be afraid of things you don't understand. So if you want to overcome the fear, then increase your knowledge level, increase your understanding, and as your understanding incrementally grows, the fear will by the same token subside, and now we can not just survive in it, but we can thrive in it. We can master it. We can own it. It can become ours, and we have a real opportunity to take our gifts and our talents and take things to the next level. Because what black people do, somebody will invent basketball, but we'll invent the dunk. We'll invent the crossover. We're going to take things to another level. No matter what you give us, we're going to take it and elevate it. So this crypto game, this blockchain, which is based on the blockchain, I say study the blockchain first, understand crypto. There are many, many cryptos, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, etc. There's pre-launch tokens. We're pushing with Hashcoin right now. Super excited about that. But it's not about any individual coin. It's about the whole continuum of shadow banking and the new banking that you get nothing else from me this morning. Know that you cannot, it's what you're going to do in 2022 in my Biggie voice. You cannot continue to leave your head buried in the sand. You have a response. If you're a leader, it's because you have a responsibility to something greater than yourself. You have a responsibility to your family, not just now, but your children's children. And you need to take action. Because we can't just be about conceptualization. We got to be about that action. You got to be about that action. Take action, even small action, even small steps, and get involved. Gain your mastery. Start as a freshman, graduate to a senior, but we got to be involved in 2022. If you haven't been in it, I implore you, brother. I implore you, sister. You got the right stuff. You got it in you. You have the capabilities. Jump in. Follow us. We doing regular lives on IG and what have you. Just having a conversation. Let's just engage in conversation. Again, I appreciate you for letting me jump on.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Hey, so look, if you could share with us, Worldwide Worthy, give us those three, the 1, 2, 3 for crypto that we broke down the other day. Can you share that with us, brother?
Or out, but the 1, 2, 3 is a crypto. Refresh my memory. We discussed it, and that.
Yeah. I got them right here because Hall dropped them for us. The number 3 banks that you need, right? So it's 3 different banks.
Yeah. Okay, good. All right, good. All right, so essentially, right? Rob covered a lot real quick. I'm glad, I'm grateful for that. So he took a lot. I got less I got to say. I just want to discuss real quick with you when we talk about crypto and supply chain. Supply of the coins, right? The good cryptos are gonna only have a limited supply of coins that are going to be minted and created, right? Or getting mined and created, correct? So that's forever. So the importance of getting it early is because supply and demand. It's just like it's deflationary at a certain point. It's going to become deflationary. So once that happens, just like the fiat money, when he talked about, you got your money, you got these dollar bills. You got a dollar bill right now, but they're printing, and inflation and the value's dropping. So you've got a dollar bill you're holding right now that's probably maybe worth anywhere between 50 cents to 75 cents because of inflation right now. Now, you want to tie that into crypto. When you look at it from that perspective, you only feel safe because the bank says it's worth $1 right now. But that's not going back to where it was the gold standard, when we had gold and silver. And I expressed that the other day, where the London pound used to be worth a pound of silver. The gold standard was the gold standard. That gold dollar, silver dollar you had was the value of, you scraped the US off of it, you went to cash that piece of silver and it was worth $1. The $2.50 gold note was worth $2.50. Right now, you just have paper fiat that essentially is just worth because the bank is saying that based off of credit and taxes. And that's how they're backing it, you know. So, but when you go into that's a whole nother well. But I just want you to understand when you revert that over to crypto, the good cryptos, they are only going to mine a certain amount, and after a while, that supply is gone. The max supply hits, it's gone. So now that's only what's in circulation. So getting it early is going to push the price up, supply and demand, right? So you want to get in early. So it's nothing to be afraid of, but I don't want to run too long because we have, you know, a couple minutes. So go into those 3 buckets, right? To simplify this for you right now, where you need to start getting your feet wet. I'm not talking about getting involved, getting in. You want to discuss. You want to look at this. You have a bank account already. Okay, you're in a centralized marketplace, right? Go ahead and get you a centralized wallet. A centralized wallet is a Coinbase. We use Coinbase. It's user friendly. It's pretty easy. But Coinbase, you have it already attached to your Cash App. You have it attached to your Robinhood. But those platforms trade certain types of cryptos. So as you get into deeper dives into the wallets, you'll learn that some of the cryptos you want to get. You might hear about a crypto, be like, man, this is 0.008. I can get 1 million of these coins. I can get 100,000 of these coins for cheap. Those are on different platforms. We got PDFs coming. So check in with Worldwide Worthy _ on IG. We're going into the PDFs. We're going to be giving this. We want to give this knowledge away. We want to strengthen our people. Okay. So the first thing, your first bucket is your bank account, which you 9 out of 10 already have. I know I'm going quick, but I want you guys to get this. And so your bank account is your centralized bucket. The second bucket you want to get is a centralized bucket for crypto, digital currency. I recommend Coinbase, user friendly. You attach that to your bank account. Now you can move money from your paycheck to your bank account, from your bank account to your crypto wallet, and you can start getting involved. Now, if you want to go a step further, there's decentralized.
What's that second that crypto wallet that y'all suggest?
Coinbase. We use Coinbase. What else you recommend?
Well,
yeah, these are exchanges.
You know what I mean?
So those are centralized exchanges for digital cryptocurrency, right? They have decentralized exchanges, DEX, right? And you can utilize those exchanges at the same time if you want to go decentralized. And you know, decentralized is sort of what, like, you know, through the blockchain, they can track almost anything in this blockchain that happens in transactions, but you're in a decentralized sector. And real quick, I'm gonna let the young brother talk about this. We just going over on that real quick. Decentralized,
definitely. So decentralized means that it's not controlled by a central organization or a central body. So, for instance, the U.S. central bank is a central body. You feel me? But decentralized means that is really a community that is supporting it and keeping it up. It's a community of people. It's giving power back to the people. This is what this cryptocurrency is doing, man. And I just want to expound on what cryptocurrency is, man. It's not a fringe asset. The power of cryptocurrency is the fact that this is technology. Okay, you are investing in technology. Now let's think about technology over the span of time. So what is the first thing that basically took people's jobs? The belt. You know what I'm saying? The conveyor belt. What did that do to the factory workers? It put 50,000 people out of their jobs, and people were in the streets marching because these corporations fired them. Why? Because machines took over. So now we want to talk about the internet. What did the internet do? It connected everyone. It connected everything. You understand what I'm saying? It changed how business and society and social impact, it changed everything on a massive scale. Technology again. But the internet, we wasn't able to invest in the technology of the internet, but we are in crypto. See, crypto is changing every industry, every sector, every government as we speak. You know what I'm saying? But it's about you doing the research to truly understand how it's changing things. You are investing in technology of the future and of the now, because the integration is being done now, so the future will be what the future will be. Peace and blessings.
That's my young cousin right there, Crypto Kev. And you know, he's not really on social media like that, but again, we're working on the backside, creating these platforms, creating these PDFs for our people. We want to help to create change in this, while we also, you know, obviously monetize, and that's what we're doing. You know, investing in crypto technology. And a lot of people, they don't understand that part. So I want him. He coins that a lot. He's like the crypto technology. We can invest in technology that's not going away. There's no coming back. Rob touched on this. Do you want your grandkids or your great-grandkids coming to you saying, hey, granddad, you was around, grandma, you was around when Facebook changed its name to Meta, and you didn't think to do nothing? Facebook changed its name to Meta. Meta got Instagram. You go your Instagram, you go your Instagram. The Lakers, I was going to get into it. The Lakers changed their name to Crypto.com. Not the Staples Center no more, Crypto.com. You have New York and Miami fighting over who's going to be labeled the crypto capital of the country. This is happening. There's governments. I don't even get into all of that.
Oh,
The
yeah,
real, I don't get
man.
it. But there's a lot. We gonna come back on it, brother. We got more for you. There are governments having consortiums, alliances, initiatives that are being put together right now in DC on January. I think it's the 27th.
27,
There's
28.
there's a big initiative going on in DC where they're looking at blockchain technology and how. Go ahead,
Yeah,
real
hit the
quick.
gem real quick. I just want you to look up Global Blockchain Association. They're going to be holding a conference,
For
right?
2 days.
And if you go onto that, right, Global Blockchain Association, Washington, D.C., 27th, 28th, they're going to be having governments, banks, institutions,
All
every
kind of
sector
yeah.
of the U.S. government involved. And this is the title, The Future of Money, Governance, and Law.
Say it
Look
again.
that
Say
up.
it again.
The
Get that.
Future of Money, Governance, and Law. And this is in our U.S. capital.
Happening right there in DC. We're gonna be back in DC in the next day or two. Like I said, I'm up here talking to people at the VFW, we're giving this away. We just want people. We want our people to be able to invest in this technology and win. And that's my young brother, 25 years young. He's only been in this about 6 months, 6 or 7 months, no, 9 months.
Yeah, man.
9 months. And we're just sharing. We're going back and forth. What'd you get about this? What'd you get about? I told you we've been up now since about maybe 1 o'clock midnight. Since 1 a.m. this morning we met up, but he got out of work. This is what has to happen. We have to keep doing this because this is the time is now. Timing is everything. Early adoption is now. Generational wealth is going to be created right now.
Hey, what the brother say? The only shortcut to success is what?
Start early.
Hey, tell me the brother so the people want to know how they can follow the brother. Crypto, how can they follow you, Crypto?
Peace and blessings, man. You can follow me on Instagram at Kevin Prospers _. You know what I'm saying? I'm working on my
Kevin what?
Kevin Prospers _ You know, and for a quick season, I'll keep it short. I had to get off of social media because you got to make sure your mind is pure. You understand what I'm saying? And not too engrossed in the foolishness. But you can definitely follow me on Instagram, Kevin Prospers _ and I keep my Twitter just for my research. So please follow me on Instagram again at Kevin Prospers _ Peace and blessings.
Hey man, I love the fact that you shared the mic. If y'all don't take anything else from this lesson today, we at the 102 mark, so we're gonna get these brothers in and out. But I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you, and I thank God and our good and righteous ancestors for opening this door and connecting this portal. DJ5Starr and I are working on something tremendous. We're gonna launch the official Be Bold for Good Tour 2022 worldwide, and we are right now. I think Five will agree with me that we want to have these brothers as part of the Be Bold for Good tour because we need folks to be able to hear from young brothers, from older brothers. We need that power and that energy. We need that energy. So don't sit on this. Share this. It was so many nuggets dropped in this hour and 2 minutes and counting that we could bifurcate it and still have, information to chew on, because what we talked about in the short was the power of the force field, right? That we need to have an energetic force field. We need to have a spiritual force field, one that we pray, we meditate, we bring that energy that's inside, that's already in us out. We have got to use the natural energy that the God blessed us with. Number 2, our financial force field is basically being able to be generated because of the mindset. What we're telling ourselves, that we living in abundance. We attracting resources. We want all things that are going to help us help ourselves, our families, and our communities. Speak what we want to see come into existence. And last but not least, our physical force field, which is what we're doing to shore up our bodies, make sure that we're able to breathe and take in the oxygen, and we're doing breathing exercises, that we're making sure that we're working our body out and sweating the toxins out of us, getting that excess weight and the fat, so that things, when you catch COVID or the flu or cold, then you can dispel it because you won't have a whole lot of unhealthy mucus in the system. Mucus is good for the system because it allows it to capture it and dispel it, right? But you don't need unnecessary mucus that you can't cough. So when you get sick or you get a cold, now you can't even hardly breathe and you got to be on a ventilator because you got a lot of bread, a lot of cheese, a lot of milk, which is pus. And I'm talking cow's milk that is pus, and things in the system that are not going to help you. We've got to let those things go. We got to sacrifice those things that we don't need so we can get the things that we do need. So on that note, I want to turn around and get everybody on the 1 and 2 to let them ride. But look, share the show, put your information out there. You all have everybody's links. You know how to get in touch with DJ5Starr on IG on all social media platforms. You know how to get to Rob Hall. You know how to get to now my main man, Worldwide Worthy, and our new brother, Prosperous Kevin, Kevin Prospers on IG _. Thank you, brother, for joining us on the flip. We appreciate you coming in on the impromptu. And it's Funky Friday, so we got to funk it all the way out. Hey, we're going to bring y'all back, man. I think we come back. Yeah, we got to set up a date to come back in February so we can drop on some more. And hey, Hall, when you will get your official Flyers license, man? Because one day I was looking up in the sky, and I just knew, I was like, I think that's Hall up there. The brother's an airline pilot. He flies from right down the street from where I live, right? He's already flown in Hawaii. But we're going to go up in the air with him when he get his license so we can be on the Peace in the Morning show and show you that force field, right?
We're gonna have the new Tuskegee Airmen. We're going to have a whole movement of black aviation. We're going to be flying in the sky and enjoying some phenomenal peace that you have up there in the atmosphere.
Worldwide, give them something good before you roll out, brother.
What I want to say is, I look forward to Rob flying the helicopter on my yacht in the metaverse in real life. But I appreciate you, brother. And, I support Rob, man. That's big. Black aviation, that's big. I've always been impressed with him. And I've been impressed with you too, bro, since we met. I appreciate you guys. DJ5Starr, I appreciate you. Let's do some big things in the near future. And February might be too far along, brother. There's things happening every day. We might need to do 2 weeks. February might be too far along. We might need to do the 1st of February every 2 weeks. I don't mind getting on here sharing this. We need to get this out here. Another thing too, we didn't get to talk about real quick. Hashcoin.io. Hashcoin.io is another opportunity to invest in crypto and cannabis. Okay, Hashcoin.io. Remember that. Hashcoin.io. Watch the explainer video. Reach out to one of us on Instagram about it. Hashcoin.io.
Where can we find you at
Crypto.
again?
Worldwide Worthy _ Worldwide Worthy _ all platforms. I think you're muted. No?
That's the good thing about, these engineers working over here. Every link that you need is in the chat. So if you're looking for a chat, we got a 5-star, another movement, Novatech, doing the Forex and working with crypto, run by brothers and sisters. We got to be able to, the new, would you say, Hashcoin, there it is, IO app will be launching soon. Definitely you want to follow that. And, I just want us to make sure that we stay tied. And I said late in February, because I didn't want to put the pressure on. But since you said you want to be a part, brother, guess what? Yank, yank. You ain't got to say but the word. We already tied, King. We already tied.
You're going to be on probably next week, bro. You're going to be with us probably next week or so. So it's all good.
Hey, well, on your way back down the road, make sure you stop through DC, man, so we can, break bread and share something good with each other. All right?
Definitely.
No doubt about it. So listen, it's about that time. It's Funky Friday on the Peace of the Morning show. We at that 108 mark. We want to thank Priscilla Liska Monroe. She going to be coming on next month, blessing us with some of her poetry and some of that mental mindfulness so we can stay in tune and at peace with ourselves. Here's the peaceful moment, and then we're going to let Five crank it on out. So I want us to really understand this. The peaceful moment for the day is just in the midst of all the challenges and all the struggles and things that we're dealing with. I want us to understand the power of the breath. So when something confronts us, whether it's a financial situation, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's a business situation, whether it's something regarding your family, and it could normally just take you to a place where you would be upset, you would cuss, you'd be mad. Instead of doing that, just take that breath and just see the word CALM and exhale that. And choose calm. in the midst of the storm. Choose calm in the midst of the storm because it's going to come at you. The question is, how do we manage it when it comes to us? And what I'm suggesting that we do is that we choose calm in the midst of the storm. So when it comes to you, you see it, you recognize it, take that breath, see the words in your mind, CALM, and choose calm. Let that out and deal with it because you got to deal with it. The question is, how you going to deal with it? And right now, it's time to get to the good part. That's the peaceful moment with Darius A. Stanton on the Peace in the Morning show. Hey, DJ5, I see my brother here in the mix. He got something for us? Okay, I thought Worldwide Worthy. I thought your little cousin had something to share with us. All right, brother. Hey, brothers, man, love y'all. You know, we'll see you at the next go-go. 5 is going to crank it up for us. Funky Friday, baby. You know how we do. It's Funky Friday, so it's crank it up, get a pump up for that. Love you much. Yeah, peace and love on the Peace in the Morning show, baby.
Africa rise up. Africa light of the world. Every man, woman, boy,
look out for them NFTs. We're going to talk about NFTs next round we come on. Talk about them NFTs. The artwork you see behind us, that's none other than the queen that you hear in Gambia, West Africa. My mother, Queen Ayasudube, and the Earth Blessing Royal Court Orchestra. Check them out. Listen to them, y'all.
Africa man up. Africa stand up. Africa wise up. Africa rise up. Africa light of the world. Every man, woman, boy, and girl. Your paradise. Your paradise. Your paradise. Your paradise.
Yo, y'all better get with this Peace in the Morning show, baby. We funk it up on Friday. Y'all better get with it. That's how we do. We keep it funky, we keep it real, and we keep it fun on the Peace in the Morning show. Come on, what you got? Oh.
And I made it make you free of the mind. Say your body talk to me nice. Say now my love you didn't need for your life. Yeah, our love no be lie. Say yeah we did together, yeah, day and night. Yeah, if I leave you go by. Yeah, if you leave I go stroking your body, baby. Loving your body, baby. As you're whining your body, baby. So crazy. Loving your body, baby. Girl, you want need to me. I just wanna let you know. Hope every day I got somebody. She's a beauty, very special, really and truly. Take good care of me, like it's her duty. Right by my side, night and day. No letting go, no holding back. Because you are my lady. When I'm with you, it's all about. Girl, I'm so glad we made it. No letting go, no holding back. No holding back, no, yeah. When I'm with you, it's all about. All of that, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. This is DJ5Starr, the man of the Peace in the Morning show. Hey, brother, I love you, King. Appreciate you, man. Look forward to big things in 2022. What are you going to do in 2022? We sharing it with you right here. I put the buckets of banking on there. The first bucket, the second bucket, and the third. Rewind it. You got the time. Now you got a chance to make a dime. This is Darius A. Stanton with the Peace of the Morning show. It's Funky Friday. My main brand, Worldwide. What? Worldwide in the building. Worthy. We appreciate you, brother. Thanks so much. Don't forget to check us out on the Hall Street Journal. I see Lala Hadia on the what? Yeah, on the check-in. Yeah, Morning Tea with Mommy. Check them out every morning, 7:30 a.m. on Facebook Live. Lala Hadia and her mom, Supermom, on the Morning Tea with Mommy. You don't want to miss them. 7:30 every morning, Monday through Friday. Check them out. Yeah, Queen, we just drank your crank up last week. You know we probably bring you in the mix next week. We always find a way to get you into the groove and make your body move. Hey, look, love y'all. Thank y'all. Share the show. Make sure you love it. Make sure you like it. But most importantly, make sure you stay calm in the midst of the storm. Peace in the morning.